TMC versus BJP over an icon. "75 years after his death. The flashpoint now over Netaji's 125th birth anniversary. Who is trying to appropriate the cult of Netaji? Can any one party claim his legacy? BJP versus TMC, an all-out war over Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's legacy. Top focus on To The Point this evening.
So just about 20 days ago, viewers, the focus was on Rabindranath Tagore. At that point of time, the TMC also said to the BJP, you're trying to appropriate our Bengali icon. The BJP said you never gave him your due. The same thing now repeating where Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is concerned. All of this happening 5 months or less than 5 months ahead of a tectonic election. How important is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose to 2021 elections? Take a look.
75 years after his disappearance, ahead of his 125th birth anniversary on January 23rd, there is now an all-out political war over the legacy of this man from West Bengal, who over years has acquired a cult figure national status, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Months before the tectonic elections of West Bengal, the incumbent, the TMC, the challenger, the BJP, know the importance of Netaji, understand the emotive connect he has to his people, grasp that he could very well be an effective political tool. The BJP is going all out. The Modi government has decided to celebrate Netaji's birth anniversary as Parakram Divas. Prime Minister Modi will visit West Bengal on January 23rd to attend Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's birth anniversary celebrations. He will also inaugurate a memorial museum in his honor in Kolkata.
जहाँ भी प्रधानमंत्री जी का प्रवास होता है तो संबंधित राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री को आमंत्रित किया जाता है, वो आमंत्रण को गया है, तो मुझे लगता है कि उसमें कोई अटकलबाजियों का कारण मुझे नहीं लगता। हम गरिमा और सम्मान के साथ नेताजी की जयंती को पराक्रम दिवस के रूप में मनाएंगे।
Hitting out at the BJP, TMC said the Saffron Party is trying to appropriate Bengali icon right ahead of polls. Mamta, while addressing a rally in Purulia, said her government was the first to announce Netaji's birth anniversary celebrations as Desh Nayak Divas. She also appealed to the centre to declare the day as a national holiday, adding that the Bengal government has been holding state-level celebrations on Netaji's birth anniversary since 2014.
কেন্দ্র কি ঘোষণা করেছে না করেছে, it is their here, মানে it is their discretion, but we are not happy because the what they have announced, I think that even some family members are also not happy, I am told. So I do not know about it and I don't want to comment also because Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is a great son of the soil and he is above all. So I don't want to do any politics now also.
After Rabindranath Tagore, there is yet another face-off brewing between TMC and the BJP over yet another cult figure, an icon. For the BJP, reinstating Netaji's legacy in its favour is as important as reinstating the neglect of his legacy by other political parties in the minds of the voters. For the TMC, it is BJP's desperate attempt to appropriate the state icon to further its political interests. But what is it for the voter? We'll only know when that last vote is counted. Bureau Report, India Today.
So first Rabindranath Tagore, and now we have Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Politics over cultural icons, politics over cult figures. Let's cut across right now to our panelists this evening. Riju Datta, TMC member. Priyanka Tibrewal, BJP spokesperson, joins us. I want to go across to Mr. Datta first. Mr. Datta, the fact is, a large section of the TMC is saying that the BJP attempts to appropriate the legacy of Netaji. The fact is, it's nothing new. They were the ones who declassified the files where Subhash Chandra Bose was concerned a couple of years ago. So it's come up during this election. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose has been on their political agenda for years.
No, Preeti, first of all, very good evening. And I need to tell this out loud that, BJP trying to go after our icons is a very desperate attempt for them to somehow, touch the emotions of the people of Bengal. And when you said that Narendra Modi ji declassified his files, he did it 1 year after Mamata Banerjee, who first declassified Netaji's files when she was the head of the state in 2014. Since then, we have been celebrating Netaji's Subhash Utsav in Darjeeling since 2014. And when they say that they respect Netaji, they have not still declared a national holiday. They have declared Parakram Divas, which Modi ji is going to inaugurate in Calcutta in 23rd January. And they have not even consulted with Netaji's own family. And they are saying we would have been more happy if we would have called Desh Prem Divas. So they have not consulted the family members of Netaji and declared something just for electoral politics. And the last but not the least, when they say their heart is crying out for Netaji now, I want to remind all the viewers that couple of years ago, it is our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji who came to Calcutta and in a big function changed the name of Calcutta Port Trust, which was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Port Trust, into Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust. Is that not disrespect? And suddenly your heart is crying for Netaji when it is 2 months away from Bengal elections.
Mr. Datta, before I go to Mr. Datta, before I go to Ms. Tibrewal, I want to ask you, isn't Subhash Chandra Bose, isn't Tagore national icons, and why there would be a set which said, are you so insecure that you're trying to say that BJP is trying to appropriate these figures? Why shouldn't they? Every party should be allowed to celebrate whichever icon they choose to.
Not only every party, every person of this country should be allowed to celebrate these international and the national icons. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose or Ravi Thakur is not just limited to Bengal. But when you say that you are giving them respect them out of your own heart. Don't do it for electoral politics. That is all we are saying. Learn about them. Think about them and respect them from your heart. Just don't do it because 2 elections is 2 months away and your divisive and communal politics is not working. So you're trying to appropriate our icons to gain some leverage with the voters of Bengal. It looks very shambolic and it is nothing but a political gimmick, this Parakram Divas.
All right, Mr. Datta, I hope you record the same time that you've gotten to your co-panelist, Ms. Tibrewal, as well. I want to cut across to her. Ms. Tibrewal, the question also is this an attempt by the BJP to maybe dull the outsider attack by latching on to cultural cult icons of West Bengal? There was an attempt where Tagore was concerned, and now there is an attempt where Subhash Chandra Bose is concerned.
Preeti, first of all, good evening. And, there's a smile on my face. It is because, it is when you see a child acting in a very childish way and saying that, our heroes, our Netaji, our Rabindranath Tagore. What does this our mean? West Bengal is a part of India. They are national heroes. They are as much as yours as they are ours. So first of all, let me remind them that they are national heroes. And every time, this is the reason why people of Bengal feel scared. Because these people somehow want to bring out this thought that Bengal is not a part of India. It is a separate place. And that is why we are so worried. Because they want to make Bengal into Bangladesh. And that is the reason that they have these efforts. Now, I question to Mr. Riju today that why didn't Mamata Banerjee speak about this declassification? Why didn't she ever say that the leader of the nation title should be given to Netaji when Congress was in power? Why? Who was Congress? It is the same Congress who ousted Netaji from the leadership position. Why? Because there was a difference with Gandhiji. Why didn't Mamata Banerjee question for such a long time when Congress was in power? Because this Trinamool is born out of the Congress. So that is why today they talk big. See, they show that they have such great respect for Swami Vivekananda, where in the rallies we see that the poster of Swami Vivekananda is much smaller in compared to Abhishek Banerjee's hoardings. Now, this is their culture, not ours. See, we believe in doing what we have said, and that is what the Modi government or the central government or the government of India, they reclassified the files and they meant it, and no other government had the courage to do the same.
Mr. Tibrewal, was the family consulted of Subhash Chandra Bose? Because they have taken grave offence of his birth anniversary being called Parakram Divas. They'd rather call it Desh Prem Divas is what they're saying.
See, as far as it is in relation to the family, what they are saying, I haven't heard what the family has said. But apart from that, I will again say that they are national heroes. And for national heroes, you know, it is not that you have to consult for a national hero with the family. They are the heroes of each and every family of India. And I think the family should respect that.
Okay. Mr. Tibrewal, the point that Mr. Datta was making, that it was Mr. Modi who renamed a building which was named after Subhash Chandra Bose and named it to the founder of BJP, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. Is that correct, madam?
Well, there are many other buildings and many other places in West Bengal which Mamata Banerjee has renamed. So what did that mean? That was she showing disrespect to the earlier name, and is she showing more respect to the changed name? I can name 110 such buildings if given time.
All right.
Name 5, please. Name 5. Okay.
Mr. Riju Datta.
I'll just answer. Please.
Mr. Riju Datta. First of all,
I have not
let me take.
Okay, okay. I'm going to come in this. Okay, I'm going to come. Madam, you want to say something? Say something. Sir, 1 second. Let her finish. I'll come back to you. We are not going to have a debate where we are both talking over each other. Go ahead, Mr. Tibrewal.
So yes, so here also, you know, their appeasement politics came into picture. Now there is a place close to the airport which is named after an artist who is a Muslim artist.
What's
now,
wrong
I will
with that,
not
madam?
name him. No, there is nothing
shall we
wrong.
not name buildings after Muslims in this country?
No, you can definitely, you can. But this is what I am saying. So when Mamata Banerjee did that, was it to please someone?
Did
no,
she rename that
not.
building, madam, or she named it after a Muslim artist? Did she take away the name of Subhash Chandra Bose and named it after a Muslim artist?
No. There was initially a name and she changed the name. So was it disrespect to the earlier name or more respect to the current name?
All right. Okay. Mr. Datta, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Go ahead.
Yes. My first thing is, I believe that the BJP spokies are a little bit hard of hearing because, Preeti, if I recollect, I have clearly said that Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Ravi Thakur are national icons and they are not just limited to Bengal. I think I've clearly said that.
Then, Mr. Datta, why the insecurity? Why the insecurity to say it is politics, it's open season, there's an election in order, they will try and leverage anything that they have to. It's the rules of the game.
Why
take offense?
We are just pointing. We are not taking offense. We are just pointing it out. That's all that we are doing. We are just pointing it out that you remember Netaji, you remember Ravi Thakur, you remember Vidyasagar, you remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just before the election. That's all we are doing. Now, to answer my BJP counterpart is that it is not about the linguistic divide. It is not about if somebody is coming from Delhi to for political reasons for Bengal elections. It is not about that. It is about that even if you are coming from anywhere, the elections are happening in Bengal. So you don't do faux pas here. Our honorable Home Minister is garlanding the wrong statue of Birsa Munda, who's considered as a Bhagwan in Bengal. Amit Shah ji is also saying that Rabindranath Tagore was born in Santiniketan, which is not true. He found Santiniketan 60 years later. So these are the things that we are
trying to point out.
Mr. Datta. I'm just saying that you should know the culture of Bengal before you.
All right, Mr. Datta, before I go back to Mr. Tibrewal, before I go back to Mr. Tibrewal, the question I want to ask you is, you're saying that you're just reminding them that they're reminding viewers that they're politically leveraging icons. Didn't you do it? Exactly 10 days ago, didn't Mamata Banerjee walk 4 kilometers holding Tagore's picture? What was that for? Isn't that political leveraging as well? You do it. So if you do it, it's respect. 1 second, Mr. Datta, if you do it, it's respect. If the BJP does it, it's appropriation. Is that what it is?
No, it is about the intention behind that action. That Mamata Banerjee's rally was 3 days after Amit Shah's rally in that same place, where they created a ruckus. In that same place in Bolpur, madam. And let me tell you, BJP can never respect Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. It is in their genes. Why? I'll tell you now. Because in the diary of their founding father Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, it is said that when I founded Hindu Mahasabha, Netaji told me that if force is needed, I will make sure you are defeated before you are born. So Netaji was against the communal idea of Hindu Mahasabha and BJP, against RSS, which has now bloomed into BJP. So they can never respect BJP because the ideology is completely different. What they are doing is nothing but showboating and a political gimmick to get in touch with the emotions of people of Bengal just before the Bengal election.
All right, can I go back to Mr. Breval? Mr. Breval,
what I believe is, this whimsical government is now resorting to cheap tactics in politics, and everybody is watching this. So now when they are a sinking ship, they are looking onto something, to hold on to where they can save themselves from drowning. So that is the reason they are resorting to Rabindranath Tagore, Swami Vivekananda, or be it Netaji. But for us, these are names which we take with true respect, and we have true concerns and regard for these names, unlike them. Now, apart from that, let me also tell him that Mr. Datta speaks about the culture. What is the culture of West Bengal, sir, which you are showing to us every day by killing, by resorting to violence just for politics? No, I am sorry. Netaji never taught us this. Netaji said, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga for the nation, and not for the political chair."
If we're going to talk over each other, I'm shifting right now. I want to introduce into this debate Subhajit Bagchi. He's a senior journalist. And Mr. Bagchi, the question I want to ask you is the importance of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in this election 2021.
See, Netaji has always been part of Netaji and the family, I would say, has been part of Bengal politics for a very, very long time, much before independence. And as it happens in the politics across the world, perhaps, the certain families and certain individuals, they become the pivot. On them, politics move around that particular area. So almost all the political parties, whether it is the left, whether it is the right, whether it is the center, they have always selected members of that same family from time to time. So who Netaji belongs to is a very difficult question to answer. Having said that, I must say that what was Netaji's ideology was, if you look at INA, Indian National Army, formed by Netaji, if you look at that army, it was an idea of Netaji of India, of Bharatvarsh, that is, a pluralistic India. You look at INA, all kinds of people were there, all caste, creed, religion, all kinds, even gender. I mean, women were in the forefront. So it is the pluralistic idea of Netaji, which was there and which we are missing now in today's politics. You look at all the, of course, I can understand the politics change over time, but, all political parties have a different narrative, very fractured narrative, whatever it is, whatever caste, whatever religion they're addressing to. It's a very fractured politics they are playing. This was never Netaji's idea. He thought of a pluralistic India, and that was perhaps to an extent his difference with the top leadership of the Congress, with Mahatma Gandhi. But today we don't see that pluralistic India in India in today's politics, and that is where they perhaps not live up to it. But well, of course, they fight for the legacy of Netaji. That is politics.
Well, that fight is still on, and both the BJP and the TMC say that they are the appropriate heir to inherit that legacy. We leave it for our viewers to decide, but I want to go back to our political panelist one more time. Mr. Breval, I'll give you 1 minute on why is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the BJP, the appropriate heir for his legacy. Please go ahead.
See, again, I told you that we do not think Netaji related to us in politics in those manners, but we care for what Netaji as a patriot has done for our country, and we truly respect that. And for that reason, I would also state that Mamata Banerjee's government just blabbers. What have they done? Modi government has introduced the national award to be given every year in field of for the police personnel for excellent work, and which was announced on 23rd January 2018. But instead of blabbering, what has Mamata Banerjee done? She has done nothing. And now they are misusing the name of Netaji, be it Vivekananda ji or be it Rabindranath Tagore, just for politics.
All right, Mr. Datta, over to you. I'll give you 1 minute.
My answer is Netaji is a global icon. He has been a true son of the soil, but you cannot change the history that he hails from Bengal. So what we feel about him is true emotions. We do not need to, patronize people that Netaji is our icon. We respect him on a daily basis, 365 days, not just before elections in a particular state. And last but not the least, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. We believe in his ideology. That is why TMC is the only party in this country who fights an election based on development, not behind the macabre of any religious party.
Okay, Mr. Bagchi, I'll come back to you for a final closing. And the question I want to ask you is how important is the role of these cultural or cult icons like Tagore and Bose going ahead? We have 4 months left where elections in the state are concerned.
Both are extremely important. So is Swami Vivekananda. But let us focus on Netaji. The Netaji is exceptionally important in Bengal. You know why? Because we have always seen in Bengal over the last 100 years, whoever rebelled against the central core, that is the Congress, at that point in time, they're all heroes in Bengal. C.R. Das in 1923 formed Swarajya Party going against Mahatma Gandhi. From there to Mamata Banerjee, whoever rebelled against the central core, not only in Bengal but also in Bangladesh, we have seen Sheikh Mujibur Rahman going against Pakistan, the central command, and the same thing in Bengal. And so Netaji is the most towering personality. Right. So he will always be revered. He will always be an issue in Bengal politics. It was there before. I mean, during communist rule, and it will be there from in future as well.
Well, you're right there, because 75 years after his death, he's still the centerpiece of this debate and possibly one of the lasting narratives of this election as well. Appreciate you all for joining us. We're going to leave it for our viewers to decide on who is the appropriate inheritor of the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And we'll only know when that last vote is counted. Appreciate you all for joining us. Up next is Rahul Kanwal. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.